Good morning, everyone, or good day. Thank you for joining me once again in the field. Right as I went to hit record, a white heron flew over, often representing not only purity and good fortune heading your way, but it was traveling south. Good fortune in what you have transmuted. The ability to see the good of what comes on the other side of that transmutation. Having overcome the challenges. But it also represents the beauty of navigating the lands and the water and the air, the emotions, the mind, and the body. Finding balance in the alchemy of those three aspects of self. And a dragonfly is here to further support the message of transmutation and transformation. Alchemy and nature all around us. Already accessing the field, and thank you for being here and in experiencing the field with me. Also, early morning rainbows seemed quite significant. The beauty of the first rays of the sun hitting at just the right angle, bringing in a cascade of color, a symphony, cascade of color, and really bringing a softness, a brightness, an awakeness, a beauty of those quiet moments when everything is just right and beautiful. And we can observe the entire spectrum in gratitude and peace, uninterrupted, for that moment. So I felt called to use a couple more decks today. With the rainbows being so prominent this morning, I did bring out my Rainbow Warrior deck. And then also this one here by Matt Pazal. And then by my good friend Steph of House of Scrying, or I Scry with Steph. And this beautiful scroll that I received from her, along with her Mirror deck, because there has been a massive energy. Not only have I been wanting to use this deck, but it felt right because there has been a very a sudden noticing of a lot of mirroring taking place, a lot of echoes, a lot of having to face oneself and others, and coming to realize, oh, what I'm seeing in this person is also within me, causing further transformation and transmutation, further alchemy of looking into our wounds and our patterns and our cycles. The lapis lazuli speaks of an ancient energy. That's why I felt it belonged with the ancient energy which emanates from this deck, and of course of the birds. On the deep ancient knowledge of the heart. Crows as well. A crow flew by right as I stepped into the sun to meditate and connect with the photonic molecules and the field, to see what energies were flowing within the collective today. There is also a cosmic flow. I've been noticing things popping up in my awareness of more cosmic energy, more light ships even, ones that even me and my daughter saw just a night or two ago, a green one zigzagging high in the sky. It was beautiful. And now I've become recently aware of this Disclosure Day. I tend to not follow a lot of news too closely because of the amount of distortion that can be in those kinds of spaces. But seeing that the Disclosure Day lands on the birthday of one of my children as well, I just discovered this morning, and having seen it here and there in these last couple of days, it felt like that was significant as well. And I began to feel the cosmic flow from that, the cosmic energy, the intelligence of the stars, of the universes, of the dimensions, speaking and flowing through the collective today. Growth, creation, new life. Okay, so what's calls? And of course, Albert, as usual, says hi. Welcome to the quantum field, you guys. Okay. I'm looking on this scroll. I immediately see that cosmic connection I was feeling. the eyes. The elongated head. Someone holding up a greater knowledge. The purple speaking of connection to the third eye, awareness, telepathy, psychic gifts. And even here, when you turn it around, a little man inside of a vessel, a spaceship taking off from the ocean. I keep getting the energy of the ocean and the something in the ocean being revealed. Maybe with this disclosure coming soon. So there's even a squid. The top, the eyes, the tentacles. It will be something that comes from the ocean that brings our awareness to a deeper cosmic and earthly connection. This here, the word blind birds is standing out to me. Maybe we'll be blinded by looking up to where the birds, to the realm of the birds, and really we need to look in the ocean. Maybe this is why the lapis lazuli also called to remind of that energy, of the depth, the deepness, and the vastness of the ocean. For there is a deep ancient wisdom there, a cosmic connection. Okay. So 14 calls. Blue again. Wow. Speaking of birds. Is it cacophony? This belong to? It feels like the words are not as important, but more the images. But I will speak on the words in case they have meaning for anyone. crow called. Chiron on the bottom. Healing. Peace. Okay. Okay. It's okay. This healing is complete. You have made it to the other side, for healing is always in motion. Chiron. It feels I meant to do it this way. Finally have the key in our hand for peace, and also see you later. It's all okay now. There's a power in that confidence of knowing you've made it to the other side. Try to keep the So the three cards recording cards that came out were Dissolution, Calcification, and Coagulation. But that is not how they speak to me, though. Maybe the dissolution could also be speaking further on the healing that has been moved through. The transmutation, the beauty of being on the other side of that transformation and transmutation. We have dissolved the calcification and the coagulation. A dissolving of what kept one stuck. Freedom. You can finally let the birds fly free. They have been released from that calcification. It's sort of a sudden release, a sudden awareness, I have been free this whole time. I have finally made it to the other side, moving towards the gold light in the sky of prosperity and joy. The flame had continued to burn. To me, this speaks of a nest. We can now focus more on the building of our nest, our homes, decorating it with that which brings us peace and joy, happiness, comfort. It glows now. It glows with a new warmth. It is time to build the nest, tend to the nest. Dissolution, solutio, which to me already looks like solution, where the solution has been found. We now know exactly what we want. The blue, speaking of the waters having calmed, the cup can now be filled. We can now fill our cups with all of the treasures and all of the beauty and all of our passions, following our passion, diving right into our passion, being pure, born again, having bust free from that coagulation. Just this energy of freedom, of all of the suppression, is just very prevalent in the collective energies. Like it's finally coming to an end, even if it's not fully seen yet, but it is felt. It is felt. On the other side, peace. See you later. Glad to have made it on the other side, for we finally have the key in our palm. Oh. That feels nice. That feels nice. And it feels freeing. Like the feather of a bird, we're able to take flight and truly build the life that we have come here to build. A new society, a new world, free of the calcification, free of the coagulation. We can finally dissolve that. For we have healed ourselves enough to finally move forward and make the changes we need to. No longer being blind. No longer being the blind birds. We can now see. No longer having to fight. Alright, guys, thank you so much for tuning in again here in the field. If this reading resonated, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know how it felt to you, how it spoke to you. And yeah, if you would like a reading, reach out to me, let me know, and we can set something up. But until next time, I very much look forward to experiencing the field with you again. Much love. Thank you.